Hey you guys, so it's Garlinda Price, agency owner, Fusion Insurance Group. I know today I did not feel like putting on any makeup. It's Sunday, I was chilling out, and Sunday is my family day where I literally am like, I'm not going to work. So I wanted to do an October sales recap for insurance because I think it's really important for those of you that are considering life insurance and health insurance as a profession. You need to know the good, the bad, and the ugly of what the money looks like or can look like based on your work effort, because that's the only thing you get paid on is work ethic. You can't control anything else around it. And so for September, I think I had already shared my September sales, but September I didn't really work probably maybe 5 hours, and I did $2,483.80 was my net income. I wasn't good at tracking in September because it wasn't my full-time month. It was just my extra income. And so I did track for October, and so I want to go over the numbers with you. I'm going to go over the sales first. I wrote everything down on a Post-it note. I do track better in my calendar, so just so you know, I am tracking in a calendar, but because I knew I was going to do this video, I was like, let me put it on my Post-it note. So my goal for the month of October was anywhere between 40 to 50 apps, okay? So that was the goal. That's what I wanted to write. And so I don't think I hit my 40 to 50 app goal, but I'm gonna tell you what I did hit. And then the other thing that I wanted to track was how much were my lead costs, and then how much was my gross income minus my lead costs or lead investment, and then what was my net income. So that's what we're gonna go over today. I just need to go check these potatoes. I'm frying. So let's go through the sales first, and then after we go through the sales, I'm gonna go back and add up the lead investment for life insurance and health insurance. So then we can see how we did for the month of October. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but let's go with what we have. So I'm gonna add everything up. So for October 1st through October 10th, I had 7 sales. Again, my goal was 50 sales, 50 apps, because you can't control the dollar amount, but you control your app count. So my goal was 50 apps. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 apps for October 1st through October 10th. And so that totaled net income of $2,106.26, okay? I shouldn't say net, I should say gross, because my lead investment's not in that. Okay, so then we did 933.36. I did the next week. So now the next sales are going to be from 10/13 through 10/21. So let me add up the total gross income right quick. I know I could have done this when I got on here. I apologize. I didn't. So sorry. Well, you know what? Let me redo this right quick, because I put the APV, which is the annual percentage volume, instead of the actual dollar in terms of income. So let me fix that. So then these numbers are going to include submitted but not issue paid. And I'll tell you what's not included in issue paid. So what matters in insurance is what you issue and what you get paid on, not what you submit, right? Because you can submit a policy, the policy not get approved, or they get declined, or they get a modified policy based on the information that you submitted in underwriting, and then it changes it, right? So what only matters is the business that you get paid on and the business that stays on the books, okay? So issue paid is what I'm gonna share with you was, okay, so from October 13th to October 23rd, I was issue paid, meaning received in my bank account, $4,817.89. Outstanding, yet to get paid on, because this policy is still in underwriting. I checked on it Friday, was $1,416.24, okay? So if I included that in the number from 10/13 to 10/23, net income would be $6,234.13. So then from October 24th to October 31st, let's add that up right quick. Okay, so for the 24th, I didn't have any sales, no sales on the 25th. I had an American Amicable policy I wrote that I got paid on, and that was $2,000. The 27th of October, no sales. The 28th of October, no sales. Then I started writing health care. I wrote my first health insurance applications, not Affordable Care Act, but through Manhattan Life. So actual hospital policies where people can go to the emergency room, they can go to the dentist, they can go to regular exams, that type of health insurance with Manhattan Life. So I haven't gotten paid on those yet. So I'll tell you how much it was so you'll know how much I submitted. But I didn't get paid on it yet because it takes 3 to 5 days for health insurance policies to go through underwriting to get approved. It's not immediate issue, okay? So on the 29th, I wrote my first health insurance application. I'll tell you how that does pay out when I do get paid. I wrote another insurance policy, and then on the 30th, I wrote 2 health applications, and then on the 31st, I wrote a life insurance application. So let's do the math on those once they pay out. Okay, so I got the $2,000 that I already got paid. So I'm going to put that on the sheet because I want to give you the total number for October. And then let's just say with the health insurance, how it works is you get paid 23 to 25%, somewhere around there. We're going to go with 23%. Whereas with life insurance, you get paid anywhere from 80%, well, let's say 55%. Anywhere from 55%, depending on the product that you sell, up to 120%, depending on the product that you sell and what compensation rate you're on with your company, okay? I'm at 120% with Family First Life, 100% at Senior Life, but every product pays differently, okay? And then we can talk if you want more information on that. So let's add up our health insurance sales. So I sold $44,885.44 plus 3630 plus 1020 is $9,535.44. And then if you multiply that by 23%, if I get paid on that, I have not gotten paid on that yet. That's $2193.15. So that's potential earnings, and I'll get paid that in November if those policies get approved. And then one of those was a Senior Life app. So let me do the math on that. So that would be 1041 because that was at 100%. Wait, what kind of app? She was, no, 60%. Okay, so 1041 times 60% because that was a modified policy. Okay, so 624.60. And don't worry, I'm going to give you the numbers. You get to a blank sheet of paper. Okay, so let's talk about, I'm going to give you the total number of what I have already gotten paid on, what's pending to be paid on, for a total of what the whole month could look like if I got paid on everything. Okay, that was an act of Congress. Thank God for calculators. Okay, so the total paid deposited into my account, $9,548.75. And then pending business with Manhattan Life, I did the math separately for that. So we wrote $11,071.68 in policies in health insurance, and then and I get paid 23%, so that's $2,546.48. So if we add those two together, that would be $12,095.23 gross. Okay, so let's look at how much I invested in my lead spend so we can come up with an actual net income number for health insurance. So I can tell you that I invested $1,000 in my health insurance leads, okay? because it's set up like a CRM, which is a client relations manager. So what the guy does that we get leads from is he sets up a like a website database, and he'll do your Facebook ads, and he pushes out Facebook ads. People will come onto the ad, and they'll say they'll click on the ad, and then it receives automated messages. What's your date of birth? When would you like to schedule a time? I need to ask you a few more health related questions. And so that's how I generate those leads. Come to me based on that automation. It's worth every dime to me to not have to go figure out how to build Facebook ads. So a lot of people have been messaging me saying, but you can run your own Facebook ads. I don't want to figure that out. I want it to be people coming to me, and then I can figure out. It's a sorting game as it relates to health insurance, right? Because you're not going to be able to help everybody. They have to be working. That's another story for another day, and I'll talk to you about health insurance. But so I can subtract out at least $1,000 from that $12,000. So if we take out $1,000 from my lead investment for health leads, that's $11,095.23. Okay, so now let me go and get my lead spend for Senior Life, which is where I invested the other portion of the money. But let me tell you about the referrals. So at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of all my sales, I would say at least 5 to 6 of those sales were free, because I didn't have to invest in leads. They were referred to me by my friends. They were referred to me. They found me on social media. There was 2 of my friends that got multiple policies. So I didn't have to go invest in those leads. So if you're selling life insurance and health insurance, you don't have to just focus on the leads. That should be the bulk of your lead spend. I will tell you that, because you got to have people to call, but you should also be marketing on social media. You should be marketing in your community. You should be talking to your friends and family, because it all pays, right? It all is a good investment of time. And not only that, if you can build a referral-based business and write multiple policies in one household, and I will do a video on bundling, then you bring down your lead spend, which means overall you make even more money, because the lead costs you less and you earned more. Okay, if that makes sense. So right now we're at $11,095.23 gross, but let me go get my lead investment for Senior Life. So I figured that out. Okay, so we had Senior Life leads was $3,003, and we had 85 leads. Our average lead was $35. So let's do the math on that. So we have $12,095.23 minus $1,000 for the health leads, minus $2,943. I'm sorry, 3003. $11,095.23 minus 3003, meaning we had a net income for the month of October of $8,092.23. How cool is that? And so if our average lead cost was $35, I want to divide the $8,092.93 divided by $35. I made $231.22 for every lead I invested in. So if you begin looking at your lead investment not as an expense, but as a way to make money, gives you another opportunity, another shot to make additional income, then literally, even though the lead itself was $35 as an investment, for every lead, even the ones I did not sell, for every lead I didn't sell, for everyone, all of them combined, I made $231.22 per lead per average sale. Like, that's crazy. Okay, so I'm writing that down. Average sale, $231.22. Let's say that that's all I did for the rest of the year. Let's write down how many sales, how many apps I wrote. Okay, let's write down app count, because you want to keep track of all these numbers, because then you'll know you will have a predictable business. Not only that, you'll have a sellable business, because if you decide at some point you no longer want to sell insurance, you are building a book of business, just like an Allstate, just like a State Farm, just like a Nationwide. This is a business that is sellable and willable. Okay. So we wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We wrote 21 apps for the month of October. And remember, our goal was 50. So that tells me for November that if I want to do 50 apps, which is my goal, right, it gives me an ideal. Okay, so that means I need to double my lead spend, my lead investment, and then my activity, right? Those are the things that I can control, or write more business in the home in terms of bundling products. And we'll talk about that at a different time. So let's do a recap right quick. So I took 85 leads for the month of November. 85 leads for the month of October with Senior Life. I invested $1,000 in leads with Manhattan Life, with our lead vendor. And he's awesome. He built my CRM, and now I have leads coming into me. Like even tonight, I'm getting leads for health insurance. Are all those people going to buy? No. Will all those people qualify? No. But that's business coming to me. Okay. So my lead spend total was $4,003. Okay. Because it was $1,000 for health leads, $3,003 for Senior Life leads. I had gross income of $12,095.23. And I netted my income after I took that $12,095.23, and I subtract out $1,000 for health leads. I subtract out $3,003 for my life insurance leads. Then I netted income $8,092.93. And I made, on average per app, I wrote 21 apps. And for all 21 apps, I made on average $231.22 per application. That's incredible. Now, guess what? That doesn't even include the renewals. That doesn't even include the residual income, because remember, they pay you 9 months up front. So that means that for those 21 apps, I'm still going to get paid month 10, month 11, and month 12 for 21 apps. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, so that I haven't even gotten that. I won't get that until month 10, 11, and 12 coming into 2025, right? So insurance is the business that keeps paying you over and over. So as long as the business stays on the books, you continue to get paid. With Senior Life, you get paid 2 to 5 years for some of their products, and then up to 10 years for some of their other products. The same thing with other carriers. Your contracts will tell you how you get paid. There was one more thing I was going to tell you income-wise, but it escaped my mind. Let's see. Oh, if I was to do this, just this, on average for the rest of the year, let's just say, not the rest of this year, because this year is getting ready to be gone. For a year, if I did this, if I did 21 apps every month times 12, that would be 252 apps for the year. But let's do it by the weekly. So that says that basically I'm selling 5 apps a week, right? And my goal is 15 apps a week to hit my numbers, right? At a minimum. So 21 apps times 12 is 252 apps for the year. And so if we made if we net at $8,092.93 every month for 12 months, that's $97,115.16. That's almost a 6-figure year income. And I probably worked, let's see how many hours I worked. Because I actually set aside time to lead generate, because you have to in this business, because nobody's telling you what to do, when to show up. So you've got to learn to manage your own time. And I didn't work every day, because some days I had other stuff that I had to do, whether that was for real estate or whether I had appointments and didn't get to lead generate, right? But you got to make it a point to lead generate every week, but it may not be every day. So let's say Monday I worked, let's say 2 hours, Tuesday 3, Wednesday 3, Thursday 2.5, and let's say Friday 1.5, right? So, because sometimes that's how my weeks look. So that's 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2.5 plus 1.5. On average, that's 12 hours. So let's say that I work my business on average 12 hours a week for 4 weeks. That's 48 hours a month. Okay, so 48 hours a month. We're coming up with our numbers. This is how you figure out your income. Okay, so if we worked 48 hours for October, divided by the $8,092.93. We made $168 an hour. I'm just saying, can we get with that? $168 per hour. An hour is how much I made selling insurance working 12 hours a week. I don't know what I was doing the rest of the time. I'm just kidding. The rest of the time, I still have real estate listings I'm closing up and working on getting sold. I was running appointments. I was in trainings, right? So I didn't even factor in the time I've spent in trainings, which I've been in a training every night for the last 4 weeks. And there's a training 4 nights a week. So I didn't factor in that time. But if you just work 12 hours a week, 48 hours a month, and you net $8,092.93, you'd make $168 an hour. And if you stayed on track to do that, you would make $97,011.63 in a year, working from home, working on vacation, wherever you choose to work. I think I had written a couple of these policies when we were on vacation. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you. I wanted to do a month-end recap. For those of you that are thinking about getting into insurance, I want you to call me. Call me if you're serious, right? Because I don't even have to do the training personally. I do train you at Senior Life, but we have trainings that take place all the time. They're going to take you wherever you need to go. Like, the training is recorded. It's there. It's not easy, but it's simple. This is a simple business, and what's not easy about it is this mentally, you got to be like, okay, you can be able to take a bunch of no's. You can take getting cussed out. You can take getting hung up on. And if you keep investing in your business and making the phone calls and working towards getting the clients, you're going to make money. It's inevitable. The law of large numbers is on your side. So if that's you, I want you to give me a call at 910-494-7798. I'm Garlinda Price. I'm the agency owner of Fusion Insurance Group, but I'm only looking for those of you that have a need like you have. This is how you want to take care of your family, part-time or full-time, because this is how I take care of my family full-time, right? And so if that's you, give me a call. Again, it's Garlinda Price, Fusion Insurance Group, 910-494-7798. God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon.